Hi guys, this is Friday. These are baked. This is baked. This is actually, I've done some to this and I'll show this to you in a minute. And we're gonna get started. Now Ashley, bless her heart, she went down and got me some brushes. I didn't have any brushes up here. And she got me these, so I'll have that next time I do clay. I'm hoping to get downstairs and maybe tomorrow or the next day. We're going to use some of these. This is what I got yesterday. We're utilizing what I bought at the Salvation Army. Paper towels. Now, I get the paper towels that tear off like this, but then I take them and I cut them in half. So, I don't waste them. I just don't like wasting stuff. And this thing is not keeping the light on, and I don't know why. I will hopefully someday figure it out. I love these. I love the way they turned out. And the pig is almost perfect with the color it is. But I want you to look at the detail in there. And those are baked. But I absolutely love these molds. Now there is a little bit of cleanup. I've done nothing to these since I took them out of the oven. You saw me take them out of the mold. And yes, they're thin. They are thin. But that's okay, because I want to put them on something anyway, so that will be fine. And if I want, you see how I can bend it? And I'm not going to try to bend it in half. But you see how I can bend that? I could actually put that on something. But it will go right back to its shape if I need it to. And here's the cow. Has it got dark again? See, it keeps getting dark. And I keep having to turn the light up. But look at the cow. Actually really likes the way it is. I am going to add some detail, but yeah, it is flexible. The tail, it is flexible, and it is supposed to be flexible. Polymer clay does not turn rock hard. When I very first did it, I was used to ceramic and other clay, and it turns rock hard. Polymer clay will never turn hard. It is very flexible. My favorite earrings that I have ever made are 3 very paper thin layers, round circles. I put a grommet in, and I can just flex them. I mean, I can just go like this. I can squeeze them back and forth. I can play with those earrings, and they don't bend, they don't break, they don't tear. And I can't even feel that I have anything in my ears. That's what I love about polymer clay jewelry. I don't know if you can see this. And I may leave this. Ashley thinks it looks really cool, and I may leave that. But I am going to highlight the udder. I think that's what you call it, right? And the hoofs. And I am going to paint his eyes and maybe put a little bit of detail in the ears. And maybe the nose. But I don't know if you can see the texture on this, but there is so much texture on these. The wheat, I love the way the wheat turned out. Now I will probably lighten that up, but I probably won't do too much to this. I'll highlight those and get a little bit of darker color in there to bring those out, and I may lighten that little brown spot up. But other than that, I really like the way the wheat turned out. And then these, I'm going to do some highlighting and stuff on the flowers. But they're not too bad. I love the leaves, and I love the little, it's the pink ones, and I don't know, that turned a little wonky color, so we'll be touching that up, but not much and that's what it looks like on the back. So we're going to be working on these, but I want to show you this. Remember, this was the wasted, well, it wasn't wasted, but it was the leftover little bits and pieces of polymer clay. And thankfully, I did find an old pasta machine up here, and it allowed me to do this thing, because this is very, very thin. It is almost paper thin. But you saw the amount of clay. I mean, It was just like little tiny bits, you know, that I put together. And I put it in this stoneware cookie mold that I bought at Salvation Army yesterday. Well, I put resin on it. That's what it looks like. I did not have a brush or anything, so I, with a finger cot and my finger, I put some of this and rubbed it all over to highlight the lines and stuff. And once again, my camera is just wonky today to bring out all those lines in it. And that is with, I do have UV resin on there, but it's still flexible. Now you don't want to flex it a whole lot because the resin's on there. Now if you use soft resin, then you could. It would have sealed it and you could have bent it. But I don't have any of the soft. This is hard, so you don't want to bend it a whole lot. But it's still very bendable. And this is very, very thin, and that's what the back looks like. But that would be really pretty, to drill a hole in and put a ribbon up there. And we may be hanging this on the tree. I don't know. And I really wish you could see some of the colors are just awesome. I love the colors in this. For, you know, scrap clay, this is pretty cool. Okay. We're going to get started. I have some water over here in a paper bowl. I have my pan pastels. And normally I use sponges. I don't have my sponges for my pan pastels, so I'm going to try to use the little applicator brushes. They're double-ended. I don't know if these are going to work real well. We're going to start out with pig because we're not doing much with the pig. And I'm going to use these three colors. I'm going to use the black, this is sort of a pinkish beigeish color, I think. The brown. Okay. And we're going to see how this, normally I would have done this on the raw clay. So I don't know how well this is going to work. But I need a baby wipe. Oh, I don't have any baby wipes. Oh, that's not good. I really need a baby wipe. I don't think water is going to do this, but we will see. No, water is not going to get that off of there. Not the way I want, anyway. And there's nobody here for me to holler at and ask them to go give me a baby wipe. I'm using alcohol. Can you see what I'm doing? Oh, the lighting on this camera today is horrible. And pastels are pretty permanent. It's not like regular chalk. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just highlighting the eye and the mouth. Now, I want to highlight and shadow some of this, but I don't want it to be so stark, so I'm going to go with the brown. See, pan pastels are very pigmented. Very, very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. See, I'm just dabbing. Can y'all see me? I'm just slightly dabbing. I'm not brushing at all. I'm just dabbing. Okay. And I just want to get it to bring out the lines. I'm going to be wiping most of this off. And normally I would use a baby wipe, but I don't have one. So I'm using a little bit of alcohol. Can you see what's happening here? And I'm just going to go through, because this is so textured, and I hope you can see this. This is so textured. I love this mold. And I see a couple places I probably should have cut off, and I'll go back and do that before I finish this. I don't know, as slight as it is, I don't know if you can tell this, but I'm going to keep going. I am going to, if I can find my X-Acto knife. I thought I had pulled everything. Oh, here it is. There's a couple of pieces that I noticed that I need to get off. And that's basically all you have to do right there. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use a new one because I don't want that brown. I'm picking up a little bit of this color. And I'm just spotting it. Okay. think I'm going to pick up a little bit of black. I think I want the hoofs a little bit more defined. I don't want them black, but I want them more defined, so I want that more defined. So I'm going to go in with a little bit. But now see, there's already chalk down here, so it's not going to stick as much. Hope you can see what I'm doing and get some kind of idea on how you play with these chalk pastels. They're not chalk pastels. Well, they are chalk, but they're a little bit different. They're pan pastels. And there's the peg. And I'm going to leave him like this. I may put a little bit of black paint. Let me just get a little tiny bit. That's not even open. Okay. And I'm just putting a little dab, and I mean a little dab will do you. A little bitty dab. And let me see if I can get some of that chalk off of there and just put a fine line in the lip. Well, it's not the lip, but it's the mouth area. Nope, I need some paint. Yeah. Oop, now I smeared it. There it goes. Clay is very forgiving too. Well, once it's baked. You can get it off before it's baked too, but some definition up here too. I hope y'all can see me. I cannot really look at the camera while I'm doing this. And I hope you can see some of the definition that I put in there. I'm going to leave it alone because I really like the look of that peg. I didn't have to do too much to it. Now we could seal this with resin. I don't know if I want to or not yet. We will see. We'll move on to the sheep. The sheep is not going to take long. I am going to add some black around the eye. I'm actually trying to make it a little bit darker on the face, but I don't want it all. I see a spot where I need to the same thing with the legs. Now a lot of this is going to come off, okay. but I'm sort of covering. Pan Pastels, yep, there's a big old chunk that I need to get off right there. Pan Pastels work differently when you put it on raw clay versus baked clay. When you put Pan Pastels on raw clay, it's harder to get off. Now, with already baked clay, you can remove it, but you saw it's, you know, you still have to remove it with alcohol or a baby wipe or something. Water didn't do real well getting it off. There's one little piece up here, and that is it. Okay, I'm still on the same first little tissue. See, it ain't taking anything off until you put some alcohol, and even then it's not taking it all off. I just wanted it a little bit darker than what it was. And I do want the hoofs darker. I may end up painting the hoofs. I don't know yet. If I can get them darker with the Pan Pastels, I just think they look more natural with the chalk. I may need to just add a little line. And I'm adding a little bit of this pinkish beige. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, well, I've got the black, and I'm going to go ahead and do the eyeball. And I'm going to go ahead and do the mouth. My phone is ringing. I'm trying to ignore it. Okay. You can always remove some of this too if you don't like it. And I'm just trying to cast shadows in it. And then I'm removing some of it. Can you see that? See what I'm doing? Okay. And I think here I'm going to need to do the same thing with the hoofs. See, I'm not putting a whole lot of paint. I've got a very, very fine, and I'm just sort of creating an illusion of shadows along with the Pan Pastels. I'm not painting the whole thing at all. And I may remove some some of it before I'm done. And that's the wonderful part of acrylic paint. You can manipulate it. Oh, there's a piece that needs to come off. I knew that looked weird. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, can you tell what I'm doing here? Let me rinse that out right now so it does not get hard. Still working on the first paper towel here. Okay, now we're going to take the white. We're going to try the white pastel. I don't know if it's going to work, but I don't want it totally white. But I want it to have the look of white. There it is. Okay, we are going to get a brand new applicator brush because it's white. I want to show you here. Now I'm not rubbing. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just tapping on there. Can you see? I don't know if that's the right edge. Yeah. You see how much chalk I got from just tapping? I'm tapping again, just a couple of times, and I'm just running this along against the detail in the opposite direction of what the detail is going in. That looks weird. What is that? There's a line there. Oh, I know what that is. That's the division of the clay, where I did not get a good piecing of it. When I was putting it in the mold. It looks like a crack, and it's not a crack. It's just where it did not. I'm going to try to put white in there so it's not so defined. And that worked to a certain degree. And I'm amazed it's not worse than what it is. With me not having any tools to work with up here, I'm sort of impressed. And I think I'm going to leave it like that, because I'm happy with it that way. That's the sheep. I'll put this up here, and as we get them done. Now this I'm not quite sure what to do with. Actually, it says I need to leave it. I don't know. How many people have ever seen a cow like that? I have not. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll try to maybe highlight some and see if I like it with a little bit of highlighting, because I can always change it up. And yeah, I'm just brushing this all over the face right now. This is where a lot of definition is. So I want to see. And I see a couple spots where I need to I don't know, I like the brown cow. I think we're going to go with the brown cow. Maybe add some darker black to sort of highlight some of this. But yeah, I sort of like the brown. I've got some trimming to do. And this. Uh-oh. I wondered when that was going to happen. That's okay. Okay, now we're going to bring some definition in. Hopefully not too much. Sometimes I do get carried away with trying to follow the lines. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking the brown now and I'm going back over it to form a darker brown. Cows have spots. This has all been chalk except for the little bit of outline with a dab of black paint. Oh, where's my, still using, this is dry right now because I have multiple layers on here. I'm just trying to get the excess off, and we will go from here. Okay, first of all, I'm going to get the excess off. That I see, because that's not going to have any color on it. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. It's just a little bitty tiny piece there that I can't get the, there it goes. Okay. I don't know, that might be supposed to be there. You know how they have knots in their bones? I don't know, I might be saying something down there not supposed to be. And my X-Acto knife is so dull, which I work better with dull stuff. I really do. I'm dangerous with sharp stuff. When I first got my tissue blades, oh, I was cutting myself all the time. I'm looking. Okay. I really like the way this cow looks. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of the white first. I'm just dabbing. Okay, where was the pink? I don't know what I did with it. And this is not pink. This is like, I don't know. Almost flesh tone to me. It reminds me of flesh tone. Let's add a little bit of brown up there so that's not just so predominant. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit more on the hoofs. Maybe a little bit more black. Maybe a little bit more black there. I want some shadowing. I don't know if this is what a cow looks like or not. I'm just going by what I want it to look like. I mean, you know, nature is wonderful because there's no perfection. It's all, there's actually perfection in the creator, but okay. We're still working with it. One little napkin. I believe in being frugal if you can. Okay. I'm looking for my paintbrush that I used. Okay, and once again, just a little bit of black paint. I wish the light was better. I'm going to put a little dot as nostril to bring it out. And then I'm going to put a little line right there. And yes, I know. And I am going to put a little line right there, because I just want a little bit of depth inside that ear. So I just put a little bit of black, and then I took a brush and I basically am taking it, and this is flat, so you can't really do much with that, but okay. And that's the cow. And I'm really happy with all these. Let me get this on the whiteboard. The cow was last. Then it was the sheep and the pig. There they are. Let me see if I can get... the pig, the sheep, and the cow. I love playing with clay. And we still have the little wheat. So I'll set these over here. I am going to fold my paper. I'm going to set the flowers over there for right now. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the same color palette. We're going with the brown right now. And I'm getting inside. We're still using the pan pastels. And as always, I'm just tapping on the pan pastel. If I need to trim that off right there. And let me do that. It's funny when you start coloring this stuff, you start really seeing where it needs to be trimmed. I think that's the only piece though. Okay. And then with, what color is this? Oh, does this not, oh, this is yellow. None of these are open. I don't really want yellow. But maybe just a touch of yellow with some white. When I say touch, I mean just a teeny. It's white. I don't want to do all of it. I'm just trying to cover up that brown smudge. And I know it's too dark. Whoa, way too much white. Way too much white. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Way too much white. I'm going to take some white over here. I'm going to just touch. Did I get any? No, I didn't get any out of my brush. Oh. Yeah, don't want that much. Now, just a touch of the brown. And that may be the perfect color. Let's see. Let's see if it won't cover this up enough for me to get. And once again, you know, I don't like, I always wipe some of it off. I'm just trying to get it to the point where I can, okay. Oh, I've lost my brush. And then I just discovered that this is another leaf coming up. So that needs to be this color. I might need to put a little bit more. Starting on my second napkin now, only because I want to clean my brush off, and I want it a little bit wet because I don't want it. still want that a little bit darker. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this liner brush and I'm going to put it in my chalk. And then I'm going to tap it off. And I'm doing that because I just want it down in. I'll show you what it does to this pan pastel. When you do that, it's like it disturbs it. It's like, no, you're supposed to be not dipping, but which is okay. Most of this is going to come off anyway. I just want it down in there. And I probably could have done this with the applicator brush, but I thought maybe I could get it more in there and leave it on the top, but it's not quite working that way either, so. Okay, and then we're going to take and wipe it off. Let me get just a little bit of alcohol. And once again, just a little bit of the black. And I'm just barely touching this. Some of it's not even getting any of it on there. It's drying out now. It's easier when it's flowing really well. And then I'm going to take this brush, making sure that it's dry good. I work with dry brushes a lot because I find that you can shade a lot better with a dry brush. You put the paint down, just a little bit of paint. And I'm happy with my weight. This thing is not let me put it on the whiteboard. I'm happy the way that looks. I'm really happy with the way that looks. Okay, last item, but definitely not the least. We're still going to work with the pan pastels. I'm going in with the black. And I'm going all over it. I want the black down in all the deep parts. Once I get it on here, I am going to take the brush and work it down into the deeper parts. And I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on there. I'm really working it down in because I want it down in where the lines are. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands off with a little bit of water to try to get this black off my hands. And because I've got a lot of black and brown on here, I'm flipping the paper over again. Now first I'm going to try water, but I don't think water is going to work. Nope, water does not work. I just wanted to show y'all. This is saturated with water. It is not doing nothing. There's the alcohol. And that's exactly what I wanted. The only part I see where I need to do anything to is right there. I think the rest of it is quite lovely. So we're going to use a little bit of this yellow. Oh wow, that just came out like, oh. Okay. Wash that off. I'm going to take a little bit of water right here, just a touch. I don't know if you can see this. No, I don't think my brush was cleaned out good. Oh, no it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, I saw that black coming through there and that yellow, and it was like, nope, nope. Okay, let's try this again. Just a touch of this. Let's do this over here. And I want it down in here. Does not have to be totally covered. I just want the hint of yellow down in there. My phone is ringing again, y'all. I probably should answer it, but I want to finish that. Okay, I think that looks good. I think I'm done with this piece too. So, these are the finished pieces. What do y'all think? I absolutely love them. And this was done with very, very, very minimal supplies, y'all. I mean, very, very limited. And, you know, I got this shelf thing at the thrift store for $1. I don't think it's big enough for all 3 of them. But if I painted this and put these in here and hung it on the wall, that would be so cool. If I painted a barn, like in the background, but I don't think you could get them all in here. Let's see. Oh, wow. This is going to be so freaking cool if you can get them all in here. Wait a minute, y'all. Can I get them all in here? I wish. Okay, let me put the pig. Let me do it that way. Nope. Nope. Almost. Almost. If I did them crooked, I could. If I did them like that, they'd oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. The pig and the cow would fit. The pig and the cow. I don't know. I think it would be so cool if but if I did the pig at an angle, it would just look weird. Yeah, I'd have to do them at a really bad angle. And that does not look good. What about the cow and the sheep? With the wheat. I think the cow and the pig look better because the color tone. I may do that. I may paint that up and do that and make a picture out of it. I think that would be cool. And then do something else with sheep and the flower. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope maybe you've learned something you did not know prior to watching it. But at least I hope you saw something that you enjoyed watching. As always, if you want to know where I got any of this, of course you know the pan pastels and the acrylic paints I got at the Salvation Army. But I can tell you where you can get them because I have bought both of them in the past. And if you want to know the actual products that I use, the tools, of course, I use very few tools. And that's what was so cool about this project. It shows that you don't have to have a whole lot to do it. And if you're just starting out and you want to see, there's very, very minimal expense in clay. You can bake it in your oven. I don't, but you can bake it in your oven. You can go to the thrift store and buy a toaster oven for almost nothing. Or look at Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes people are giving those things away. But a block of clay at Blueberry Bead, I believe it's $3.25 for a block of clay. You can get them at Michael's and Hobby Lobby also, and Joann Fabrics also carries them, and Amazon. Amazon is not the place to buy clay, though. I will tell you that right away. Don't go to Amazon to buy clay. Go to one of your craft stores, or go to a place that actually knows what they're selling. You're not going to find good quality clay on Amazon. My phone is ringing again. Lord have mercy, somebody's trying to get a hold of me. So if you need any of the information about stuff like that, all you have to do is put it down in the comments, and you know that I'll get right back to you and help you out any way I can. This video has made me realize, of course I knew, but it has made me really realize how much I have missed working with clay. And so I will be doing more clay. Because that's just what I love doing. I'm not going to give up resin by any means, because I thoroughly enjoy resin too, and I will probably be mixing the two quite a bit. In fact, what I'll probably do with this to show y'all is I will probably put that in a coaster mold and make maybe a picture of mountains or something behind it, and do the picture with alcohol inks and show you that technique, because I love painting with alcohol inks too, and I have not even touched on that at all with y'all. So once again, I'm still yapping. I'm going to end the video. I hope y'all have a fantastic night. This is going to be fairly early. I put the first one I did on this morning. I had problems with it. I couldn't get it uploaded last night, so I got it uploaded this morning. It was fairly early, probably one of the earliest videos I ever posted. I am going to post this one this evening. Hopefully it will go right on up on YouTube without any issues. And I will be posting another one tomorrow. I'm hoping to be downstairs tomorrow, and if I get downstairs, it's going to be a resin video, and it's going to be the video using heat transfer iron-on, the little iron-ons that I've gotten from Temu. I'm going to be showing you how I use those with resin. I've had so many people ask about that, and I love doing it, so that's going to be my next resin video, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get downstairs tomorrow to do it. If not, I'm going to say Sunday at the latest. Alrighty, y'all have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you to all my subscribers. I am so appreciative, and you are so loyal, and that really goes a long way with me. And I want you to know that I don't take it for granted, and I do appreciate each and every one of you that watch them. If you've not subscribed, please do so. Just go to the cat, hit that button. It doesn't cost you anything. And also the Facebook group. I would love to see you over there, and if you need the link, it's in the description, but if you can't find it, just holler at me in the comments and I'll send it right to you. And with that, I'm going to say bye for now.